Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Young and the Restless soap opera star dies at 76. Soap opera star Jennifer Leake, who appeared in The Young and the Restless and the film Yours, Mine and Ours, died at her home in Florida on March 18 after a long struggle with a neurological disease, the East Hampton Star reported. She was 76 years old. Leake's ex-husband and Yours, Mine and Ours co-star Tim Matheson confirmed her death in a Facebook post on Thursday. She was reportedly diagnosed with progressive supranuclear palsy 7 years ago. It is with a heavy heart that I share the news of Jennifer Leake's passing. She wasn't just my screen sister in Yours, Mine and Ours, but also my beloved first wife. Jennifer was a remarkable woman, strong, lovely, and incredibly talented, wrote Matheson, who was married to Leake from 1968 to 1971. My deepest condolences go out to her husband of 47 years, James Doria, and their multitude of friends. Leake was born in Wales, but moved to Los Angeles when she was 19 years old to pursue acting. She scored her breakout role when she was cast alongside Lucille Ball in the 1968 film Yours, Mine and Ours, which follows two single parents who raise their combined 18 children together. Leake played Ball's daughter. After that, Leake appeared on nighttime soaps including Hawaii Five-0 and The Mary Tyler Moore Show before she was cast as Gwen Sherman on The Young and the Restless, which followed two families in Genoa City, Wisconsin. Leake appeared in 3 seasons of the daytime soap before she moved to New York to appear on Another World, another soap opera. In New York, she met and married James Doria, who was her husband of 47 years. In an interview with the East Hampton Star, he described her as a shy and private person, never desiring to be the center of attention or having the need for an audience. She saved those feelings and exhibited them only when on camera, and then she became electric. Michael Sheen has opened up about the 25-year age gap between him and his partner, Anna Lundberg, in BBC's new show The Assembly. To highlight Autism Acceptance Week, the actor was quizzed by a group of autistic, neurodivergent, or learning disabled interviewers, and no question was off the table. During the session, one interviewer asked the Good Omens actor how it felt to date someone only 5 years older than his 25-year-old daughter Lily, whom he shares with his former partner, Kate Beckinsale, and Michael gave a very frank answer. He explained, "Because of the age difference, both of us were quite surprised when we got together. I don't think either of us was looking for that. It's not like I've dated a lot of people who are much younger than me, but you meet who you meet. We were very aware of what differences that would make and how people might respond to that, so it wasn't the easiest thing to do. We both knew it would be difficult and challenging. Ultimately, we felt it was worth it because of how we felt about each other, and now we have 2 beautiful children together. I'm really happy." The prolific star, who has also starred in projects including Quiz and The Twilight Saga, shares 2 children with Anna, 4-year-old daughter Lyra, and a 2-year-old, whose gender and name have yet to be revealed. Speaking about his children, he continued, "Because of the age difference, I am aware that I'm a much older father, and that does worry me. It makes me concerned and makes me sad thinking about the time that I won't have with them. But if you find someone who brings you happiness, you have to go for that. I'm so happy that we did because we have this wonderful family now." During the chat on The Assembly, Michael also answered plenty of questions including the rudest celebrity he has ever met, whether he is afraid of bats, and if he would ever take part in Strictly Come Dancing. Speaking about the dancing competition, he said, "It's an amazing show, isn't it? It is fantastic. I would be such a terrible dancer on it though. Maybe I'm not brave enough to go on it. I'll be honest with you, I don't like doing things if I'm not very good at it. It makes me feel too vulnerable and insecure. It takes a lot of guts to go on there, and I'm not sure I want to show people something that I'm not very good at." Hollywood, 1942. Mickey Rooney was the biggest star in the world. He'd spent 3 consecutive years as the most successful performer at the global box office. He'd won a Special Academy Award for Child Stars and been nominated for the Grown-Up Best Actor Oscar too. Laurence Olivier had called him the greatest actor of them all, and he was about to marry Ava Gardner. Milton Keynes, 2009. 67 years and 8 marriages later, a cash-strapped Mickey Rooney was performing in Panto with Bobby Davro and Celebrity Big Brother finalist Ben Adams. His tumultuous past had by now involved addiction, multiple bankruptcies, and the tragic murder of his fifth wife by her ex-lover. His career choices were increasingly bizarre, and he was being abused by his stepson, who was accused of withholding food and medicine from Rooney, while using the elderly star's money to fund his own flashy life. There are no modern stars like Mickey Rooney, who died 10 years ago this week. Larger than life at only 5'2", Rooney could act, sing, dance, play the piano, and write a respectable symphony, convince in both slapstick and Shakespeare, and sleep with most of Hollywood's leading women despite looking, as he described himself, half human, half goblin. And he did it all while maintaining a personal life that was stranger than the most outlandish fiction. No other actor has experienced such a prolonged decline in both private and public after such a spectacular beginning. Rooney was born as Joseph Ewell, Jr. in 1920, to burlesque performer parents in Brooklyn. His first show business experience came 15 months into his life, when he appeared in his parents' vaudeville show wearing a miniature tuxedo and smoking a rubber cigar. Rooney's parents separated, and he traveled to Hollywood with his mother. By the age of 6, he'd made his big screen debut and was cast as the comic strip character Mickey Maguire, a role he played for 6 years across 80 films, and which gave him the name Mickey Rooney. In 1935, a 15-year-old Rooney delivered the best performance of his career, standing out as Puck in A Midsummer Night's Dream by committing to the role's otherworldly strangeness, decorating the Shakespearean dialogue with strange squawks and brays, and powering the film's phantasmagorical pageantry with his signature frenetic energy. Rooney's defining role as the plucky teenager Andy Hardy seemed comparatively inhibited and predictable, but he played it in 16 phenomenally popular films released between 1937 and 1958. The Andy Hardy movies made Rooney the biggest star in the world, a status he held when the 19-year-old Ava Gardner arrived at MGM in 1941. Gardner recalled that she was practically still a child when she first met her future husband. "I still didn't know that he was the biggest wolf on the lot. He was catnip to the ladies. He knew it too." The women who fell for Rooney's manic charm during the peak of his fame spanned the length and breadth of MGM's talent roster, from the imperious Norma Shearer, 20 years older than Rooney during their affair, to the young Lana Turner, who nicknamed Rooney Andy Hard-On. His career choices were increasingly bizarre, and he was being abused by his stepson, who was accused of withholding food and medicine from Rooney, while using the elderly star's money to fund his own flashy life. There are no modern stars like Mickey Rooney, who died 10 years ago this week. Larger than life at only 5'2", Rooney could act, sing, dance, play the piano, and write a respectable symphony, convince in both slapstick and Shakespeare, and sleep with most of Hollywood's leading women despite looking, as he described himself, half human, half goblin. And he did it all while maintaining a personal life that was stranger than the most outlandish fiction. No other actor has experienced such a prolonged decline in both private and public after such a spectacular beginning.